A cocktail of poverty, negative cultural practices, extreme weather, insecurity, and a livelihood centered around the struggle to meet basic needs conspire to make it difficult for children, especially girls, in arid and semi-arid areas, as well as urban slums in Kenya, to access quality education.
We have so many challenges. One of them in our schools is early pregnancy. Our girls, they just get pregnant at home there in the community because of that very harsh culture.
For example, in this sub-county alone, there was a village that had 21 pregnancies of girls, school girls.
We had nothing like a latrine. All of us used to go to the bush. Because of privacy, we told the teachers to go this way, and the people to go that way.
A girl who has gone to school is seen as almost spoiled. They would rather prepare them for marriage. They should be kept at home, be nice girls to be prepared for marriage.
The girls have the challenge of being removed out of school because of early marriage. They are booked as early as when they are conceived. Somebody in books tells you, if you have the baby who is to be born is a girl, I'm booking her for my son.
The girls are taken as a commodity, not really as human beings that are supposed to take part fully in the development of the community and the nation at large.
These are the challenges that formed the basis of the WWW project, which focused on 4 dimensions: the girl in the community, the girl at home, the girl at school, and the girl herself. Wasichana Wote Wasome, Swahili for Let All Girls Learn, aims to improve school enrollment, retention, attendance, and learning outcomes for 124,000 marginalized girls in Kenya. The project works in 500 primary schools and communities in arid and semi-arid lands, as well as in urban slums. This is spread out in 8 counties: Marsabit, Samburu, Turkana, Tana River, Kilifi, Kwale, Mombasa, and Nairobi.
Our Wasichana Wote Wasome project started in 2013, and the purpose of the project was basically to address disparity between different counties. We found out from various studies that a lot of girls were still out of school, and so we set up to do 3 things actually within the project. The first one was to see that we increase enrollment of girls and also boys as well, essentially in the 2 contexts of the project area, largely within the urban slums and in the arid and semi-arid lands. This was the very specific context where we found most of the children who were still out of school. The second aspect that we wanted to do within the project was to ensure that children who are in school remain in school. In other words, we wanted to retain as many children within the school to complete learning cycles. And the third aspect that we really wanted to do within the project was to improve learning outcomes so that children are able to complete their learning cycle and transit to the next level of learning.
The project provides back-to-school kits, solar lamps, and cash transfers to poor families to ensure girls enrolled in school remain there and get quality education.
Tupate hizi pesa, nimekuwa nikimlipia hadaiwi, alafu pia nikaanzisha hii biashara ya mandazi yangu. Tupate hizo pesa nikaanzisha hii biashara, nikamnunulia mbuzi ambayo naona mbeleni nikiuza nitakuwa inaweza kunisaidia upande wa fees.
Mlipoanza ule mradi wa kumpatia ile mapeni, mara ya kwanza ndo nimemnunulia vitabu, alafu tukanunua chakula. Ile mara ya pili nimemnunulia uniform, nyingine nikafanyisha biashara. Hata hivi niko na biashara ambayo nenda kuchukua kule baharini na kuuzauza.
We have benefited from getting uniforms. We have benefited from getting sanitary towels, back to school kits, cash transfer, school levies.
In Turkana County, community conversations are critical to the continual enrollment and return of girls into school and the provision of proper infrastructure such as latrines to keep children in school. The community plays an important role in ensuring girls not only enroll but stay in school and transition to higher education for posterity. In Shankara School, which was established in 2010, the community conversations happening through the WWW project have seen enrollment increase impressively. Today, enrollment at the school stands at nearly 100 students. The community in Shankara established the school because the closest school was 34 kilometers away. In Likoni, Mombasa County, the community conversation has morphed into a strong economic tool for the mothers of the girls so that they ensure that the girls stay at school. Asha Salim Suleiman is a community facilitator in Likoni.
Na ilitokea paka wakati mmoja ile iliyokuwa yaambiwa tukaambiwa watapata cash transfer, na ilitokezea ikawa kweli ile wakati transfer, wazazi wakaanza kupokea cash transfer, watoto wakaanza kupewa back to school kits. Kwa wiki tukutana mara moja. Na katika pale iliyotuleta pamoja wasichana wote wasome, lakini tulifaidika na mambo mengi.
In addition to helping girls stay in school in Mombasa County, the Wasichana Wote Wasome project incorporated Likoni School for the Blind by providing essential learning tools to keep the children in school. Likoni School for the Blind head teacher Elizabeth Ngare shares what it means to receive this equipment.
We have received braille machines, the braillers. These machines is like a pen to the learners. We are very grateful because they are very expensive machines and the school cannot afford buying machines for these learners. So you have reached the learners at a serious depth because the media here is braille. You could have content, but if you don't have braille, then you will not communicate. We are very grateful for this partnership. It has greased the school, it has made them really feel good, and even as you leave, you have left these children very motivated.
Recruiting girls to school cannot be an end in itself, and that is why the dimension of the girl herself is employed to achieve positive outcomes. By giving attention to their physical and psychosocial needs, the Wasichana Wote Wasome program not only builds confidence and self-awareness in both girls and boys, but it also helps them aspire to bigger things in life. The child-to-child clubs are the avenue that the Wasichana Wote Wasome project utilizes to approach the dimension of the girl herself. In addition to providing a platform for artistic expression, the clubs teach hygiene and enroll children as ambassadors of hygiene in school and in their homes. At the clubs, which incorporate both boys and girls, the children learn that their rights are accessible to them through conversations initiated by their teachers and patrons. They learn how to take care of the environment, and they also discuss conservation issues. Pregnancy during teenage is a big disadvantage to any girl, but this is more pronounced in hardship areas. Without the disruption of this pattern, the girl is likely to have more than one child, and this is likely to drive her into prostitution or a polygamous marriage arrangement and desperate poverty. Educators, such as Ernesto Nyango, head teacher of Lokicha Primary School, hold doors open for girls returning to school after giving birth. The school currently houses 21 child mothers who have returned to study.
This project increased the enrollment for girls because if the other girls would see the young mothers are going back to school, those who had decided to drop, especially dropouts, they are now coming back to school. This has really encouraged them, and in fact, from that experience, they have made a choice to come back to school.
When they introduced the wasichana wote wasome program, the girls are back to school. Those girls who were impregnated, they have come back to school to learn. Continue supporting these girls so that they continue learning, to continue supporting them from now and even to high levels, to see them that they ensure that they go to high schools.
In Turkana County, more young mothers are going back to school thanks to support from the project. At Nagis, Lokichar Mixed, and Nelemsekon schools, more than 40 child mothers have gone back to school.
In fact, you can see through your project how many girls have been rescued and kept in school. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I thank you very much sincerely for what we are doing and hope that you continue with your services. Thank you very much.
The project is implemented by a consortium of 5 partners led by Education Development Trust. The others are Concern Worldwide, Ananda Maga Universal Relief Team, AMUT, Girl Child Network, GCN, and Women Educational Researchers of Kenya, WORK.
In the 4 years of the project, we have been able to mainstream gender, not only in the planning of the schools to be gender friendly, but also in the engagement of boys and girls, men and women in the society, in reference to enhancing the capacity of the girl to go to school and be able to learn, and being able to change the attitude of the girls, especially the girls out of school, to appreciate learning, and the society to appreciate their role and the responsibility of them going back to school.
The way I would describe Wasichana Wote Wasome Consortium is a melting point of experience and expertise that were all brought to bear to deliver on the 5 outputs of the project, which no single organization on its own would have been able to deliver. Whenever we requested for capacity support from our consortium members, it was timely and very beneficial. And I think that's why we have been able to achieve more than our targets in the program.
AMUT's role in Wasichana Wote Wasome is to provide technical backstopping and thematic lead in terms of health-oriented barriers that prevent girls from accessing education. And even when they access, that prevent or reduce the quality of education. So AMUT's role is basically on tackling those barriers and supporting other consortium partners to tackle the barriers in their counties.
The teacher coaching initiative is meant to make learning useful for girls. Teachers get constant mentoring and pedagogy methods that they can use in the classroom to make learning and retention of lessons taught useful while promoting good teacher practice.
Teacher coaching is a very important component of the GEC Wasichana Wote Wasome project. And it's about training teachers and mentoring so that they improve their pedagogical skills, so that their approaches that they use in class to teach are learner-friendly and also gender-responsive. The teacher coaching has 3 main sub-components within it. One is training teachers, and then after teachers are trained, they are observed in class continuously to give them continuous support by the instructional coaches. And then on a termly basis, the coaches conduct what is known as cluster reflection meetings. And this is a way of bringing together teachers so that they learn from one another. What has worked for you, what hasn't worked, what approaches are doing very well for you in class, what needs to be changed. So that is all about teacher coaching.
I have seen the difference between the way the teachers have been teaching and after the introduction of Wasichana Wote Wasome approach, where we have the sound knowledge, which was not there before for the class 1s. They were just being taught A, B, C, D.
Since this program came in, the teaching has become more of child-centered, and therefore the children are enjoying. The learning has become so simple,
and they are enjoying it. We no longer have even repeaters. We no longer have children missing school because it's just lovely. There's that good relationship between the child and the teacher because the work has been made so simple.
Since we joined the Wasichana Wote Wasome project, the school has benefited in terms of teacher training and coaching, where our teachers have been trained on literacy and numeracy. Our teachers have also been supported by the instructional coaches. So this has actually facilitated our teachers having the good mastery of content.
Before, I had pupils in my class who could not even pronounce a word, but now they are able to pronounce the words very well and also to read the words very well.
If we can refer back to last year's exam, KCSE, nobody in the country, the whole country, got an A in English. And this activity of literacy and numeracy, which they are doing, right from these teachers, inducting them, organizing in-service training courses, inducting those teachers on literacy and numeracy, is really assisting and is also giving them new techniques of handling those subjects in those selected schools.
It has led to great access, quality, and transition of our learners. Even if you look at the performance in national examinations, our girls are doing very well in KCP, and they are really transiting into secondary school level. So the truth is that the impact is there.
We are encouraged to see that they are now coaching our teachers very closely, giving them better knowledge. And currently, our teachers in school are giving our children the best methodology on the issue of handling literacy and numeracy in the school.
We looked at the analysis, exam analysis of the schools that the project is intervening. And I must tell you, because I have the analysis, that there was marked improvement in terms of performance, in terms of learning outcomes. There was generally an improvement. Because first and foremost, the teachers who have been coached, the teachers whose competences have been enhanced by the team have done the best in their schools, and I'm sure we must attribute the results, the good results, out of what our teachers have learned and interacted with the project.
The project has also invested in infrastructure, providing classrooms and latrines to various project schools. Lokori Primary School in Turkana County previously had only 4 toilets for girls and 3 for boys. Today, the school has 37 new toilets that serve the boys and girls adequately. Nalemsakun Primary School received 100 desks for use in the classroom.
We have received 100 of them. Really, it has improved the good writing of the pupils. And again, training of pupils because they were sitting down. Yeah, it has really improved. Cleanness of the pupils in the class. Most of them now, they are very clean because they are seated in desks.
Nabuin Primary School benefited from the construction of an entire block. After 4 years, it is evident that the project has significantly improved enrollment, retention, and learning outcomes of girls.
From that time when this project was started in our school, there was an improvement in the school enrollment, and especially on the girl child. Evidence is that some classes you find they have registered a high number of girls. Like standard 4, they have registered around 25 girls and 12 boys. Standard 5, 18 girls, 12 boys.
There is a very big improvement in our performance, in our achievements, and in our production. When you look at the analysis of KCP 2016, we have got mean score of 265.42. This one is attributed due to the intervention which has been done by WW.
We have seen that we have positive impacts in that the enrollment and retention of the girl child in school has been secure. Children are now sustained throughout their primary school education, and to some extent it has also translated to retention, and also they now transit to secondary school.
The girls feel comfortable being in school. Sometimes I say even they feel better being in school rather than being at home.
Our school has actually gotten a very high number of girl registration, and this has actually also improved the performance of girls, both in numeracy and literacy.
I've seen that there's a great improvement in sustaining most of the girls in the school. Most of the girls, at least now, they are being retained. Absenteeism, the issues of missing some of the school levies from the parents. Because of the assistance, the girls are being retained in the school. And some of the boys also have also benefited. There's also an increase in our school miniscope. Without the project, school enrollment would have gone down. School dropouts would also have increased. And also, sustaining the girls in the school will also be a problem. So because of this program, we are managing to sustain the girls. You have decreased the school dropouts. So to us, it is an achievement.
I did not have uniform, and I get uniform from the project. I got some books, soap, and the bag. Before I got the bag, I did not have many books, but because I get the bags, I looked for revision books and it helped me.
I got uniform, sweater, bags, and shoes. They feel for me because now I'm not in school and I cannot be sent home. And I am okay.
I'm in class 7. My baby is 1 year, 4 months. I came back to school because of a problem that I have. My problem is when I'm in town, I know I have many problems, and then when I come to school, I don't have any problem because of this sponsor.
So we want to move with these girls as they progress to upper primary and even to exit the upper primary to secondary schools. We would really want to see these girls succeed. And so we are currently working on a program that we are saying we want our girls to succeed. So we want to believe that we will have another phase of the project, which we want to call it Wasichana Wetu Wafaulu, because we really want to see these girls through the education system and succeed and have better life chances.
What does the future hold for Wasichana Wote Wasome?
The outcomes that we're looking for require a long time to bring the results. So when I mentioned at the beginning that we're focusing on access, retention, and learning. So these are long-term investments. And when you are also looking at the approaches that we are using, like in the community behavior change, these are things that require a lot of time to happen. And so we working with the development partners to see, and stakeholders, including the government, to see the possibility of continuing with this work. What we want to do now is to follow up these girls. As I mentioned, our main focus earlier on was the early grades. So we want to move with these girls as they progress to upper primary and even to exit the upper primary to secondary schools. We would really want to see these girls succeed. And so we are currently working on a program that we are saying we want our girls to succeed. So we want to believe that we will have another phase of the project, which we want to call it Wasichana Wetu Wafaulu, because we really want to see these girls through the education system and succeed and have better life chances.
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
I want to be a doctor when I grow up. I would like to be a journalist.
Ningependa kuwa mwalimu.
Ningependa kuwa wakili. When I grow up, I will be a doctor.
I would like to be a teacher.
I want to become a doctor.
I want to be a lawyer. When I grow up, I want to be a nurse.